Once upon a time, there lived a little red train named Wally. Wally had many friends in his town, and he loved to bring them all over the land. Every day, he would leave his home in the train station and begin his journey, following his tracks back and forth through the rolling hills and valleys of the Sonoma and Marin countryside. See Wally at work. Just for fun. Sometimes his friends liked to go on the train to tour the natural beauty of their town. See Wally at work. Important work. Some of his friends rode him every day to get important work done. It was Wally's job to bring them where they needed to go, and he took his job very seriously. But he didn't dare leave his tracks because he did not know what lay beyond them. Wally's best friends in the whole world were a little boy named Adrian and his stuffy named Puppy. Adrian and Puppy played with Wally every day, setting up his tracks in the train station so he could bring his friends across the land. Which would you explore? Quaint small town feeling of Sonoma County. Backyard. Which would you explore? The busy city feeling of Marin County. Kitchen. Then one day, Adrian's mommy and daddy said they would be taking a vacation. They had packed all their luggage in the family car and were ready to go. Wally cried out,
"Have fun, Adrian! While you're gone, I will continue to bring all our friends where they need to go."
But just then, Wally saw Puppy fall. He hadn't made it into the car and was stuck outside. He watched helplessly as the family drove away, and Puppy was trapped in the front yard. Wally didn't know what to do. His tracks didn't go into the front yard, and he was afraid to go off his tracks. There were big, scary animals in the front yard, like the neighbor's beagle, Nibbles. Nibbles might get him if he ventured outdoors. But then what would happen to Puppy if he didn't gather all his courage and come to the rescue? He imagined Adrian's heart breaking over Puppy being gone forever. Wally knew he must go rescue his friend. Wally rolled off his tracks and began his mission to retrieve Puppy. Wally was terrified as he'd seen some of Nibbles' toys get torn apart. It was too late. Nibbles was coming right towards him. Wally froze in place and awaited his fate. But then Nibbles laid right down next to him and began rolling around. She didn't want to hurt Wally. She wanted to befriend Wally. Wally was overjoyed. Not only had he faced his fears and traveled off his tracks to help his friend Puppy, but he had made a new friend too. Wally jumped up on Nibbles' back and successfully they rescued Puppy. From that day forward, Wally was no longer afraid of new experiences. He actually thought leaving the comfort of his tracks was rather exciting. Wally learned a lot about himself that day, and he now knew he could do anything if he just believed in himself. And Wally, the brave little train, lived happily ever after, spending the rest of his days roaming the land and discovering everything these places had to offer.